Hello, my name is Brian Needleman, and I'm coming on here today because I am above and beyond stressed about the election tomorrow. It's no secret that I support Harris Walsh 100%, and let's just say, I am not a Trump fan at all. I don't like the man for a plethora of reasons. He is the most egregious, deplorable, disgusting, vile human being that I've ever known publicly. But I'm wanted to come on here today to talk about something else, something that I've really been struggling with. And that is, what do I do with people in my life, in my orbit, that are going to be voting for Trump? What do I do with them? Who do I keep in my life, and who do I need to let go? Now, family, obviously, I'm not getting rid of family. That's some friends I think of as family. I'm not going to get rid of them either. But other people, maybe they just need to go. Or not. I haven't figured all that out yet. For some people, it's very, very easy when they say things like, we can all agree to disagree. We're all adults. We can all have differences of an opinion. And in the end, we come together because we're all buds and friends and we can have a beer and, we're all buds in the end, and that's what it's all about. And I would agree with that, where I would say I probably could have agreed to that in the past, what I would call BT, before Trump. Before Trump, I didn't feel threatened. Didn't have to agree with people's politics or differences of an opinion, because it wasn't a threat that was there. But now, since Trump came onto the picture, it's all changed. Because supporting Trump in this election is supporting everything that goes against human decency and against what is right and what is just. It, it's about supporting what is vile and mean and evil and threatening. And I've never said that about other candidates, even the ones I didn't agree with. Might not have agreed with their politics, I might not have liked them, but never felt this charge of daily disgust. How many reasons do you want? I've got a list here of here, you could read my writing. Here's all the things I wanted to say. But I'm going to only talk about one. And that is when Trump talks about the enemy within. That he wants to arrest people, his political opponents, like Schiff and Pelosi. You want to arrest them because they don't agree with your vantage point? Really? The enemy within? You know who used to talk about that? Hitler. And one of the last things he did was he talked about his fantasy. This isn't some liberal propaganda. He fantasized and discussed on camera how he would line up Liz Cheney, daughter of Dick Cheney, and he would shoot her. And you know what really disturbs me? Is that People who are supporting Trump don't have a reaction to that. They start throwing out something about Kamala. What? Did she ever make a statement about how she would actually kill somebody? No. If anything, she's tried to say something of the converse, that she's not putting people down who don't vote for her because they're all Americans. She doesn't have to like people supporting Trump, but trying to make room for people. And what does Trump do? He talks about nonchalantly how he's going to shoot Cheney. His fantasy of it. And people who are supporting Trump don't seem to have any reaction to that. So you might say, Brian, why are you overreacting? Well, why don't you have a reaction? Why aren't you angry at that? Why doesn't that scare you? Why doesn't it make you think, that's fucked up? So I don't know if I can make room for people in my life that don't have that kind of human reaction to it, that are going to support Trump, or, to be the next leader of the free world that wants to round up the enemy within and has no qualms about wanting to shoot somebody because they disagree with them politically. They make them the enemy of the state. She was a loyal Republican for years. I don't agree with all of Liz Cheney's points of view, but she's a good person. She's a human being. The only thing what is she guilty of? Believing that Trump had quite a bit to do with that riots on January 6th and not doing anything to stop it. So he wants to make her an enemy within? That's crazy. Now, there's all these things on my list that I am not going to get to. So I'm not omitting anything. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Make room for people in my life that support Trump. Not getting rid of family. And certain friends are like family. But other people, I don't know. I haven't come to a decision yet. And that's okay. And you might think, gee, you're being a bit harsh, Brian. Actually, it's just the opposite. I've been very, very graceful for quite some time. For years, I've been very, very graceful with a lot of people who supported this monster. And I just don't know if I can do it anymore with certain people.